What's up, folks? Welcome into the latest edition of Warchant TV. I'm Aslan Hajavandi, Director of Digital Media, alongside our senior writer, lead writer, senior columnist, Corey S. Clark. Spring football, day one in the books, Corey.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Depeche Mode song? Mine, Enjoy the Silence. First day of spring practice, the music, which had become such a part of the fabric and the culture of year one of Willie Taggart, pretty much non-existent throughout this practice. And towards the end, they kind of let it loose for a little bit, but that caught me a little bit by surprise. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I kind of like it.
It figures that was your first takeaway. That was your big takeaway. But yeah, I mean, it was obviously very noticeable from what we saw here last year. And yeah, I thought that was that obviously was maybe the new regime that's in town was like maybe they didn't want to do that. They weren't comfortable with that. So that was the biggest change, obviously, from what we saw last year. Was just, it was a lot quieter. You heard coaches on other fields talking and coaching and instructing. And I'll say this too, Kendall Briles, watching him from a whole practice, not a boisterous guy. He's off to the side a lot, signaling in plays. I think he probably does most of his coaching after practice, you know what I'm saying, when he goes over stuff with the players. But I thought that was interesting too, is he's obviously not a Jimbo who's yelling and instructing after every single play. He's off to the side, signaling in plays and letting them kind of, do things on their own a little bit.
Right. What was your first takeaway? That was the first thing that jumped off.
Music, probably. That's all I cared about. I had my phone go with my own music because it was weird not having any.
He's Corey Amazon. Thanks for watching.
I would say I thought the defense got the better of the offense, especially in the 11-on-11 stuff there at the end. I was really impressed, and that's not saying a lot. I know he's a 5-star. It's like a no-nothing, but Hakeem Dent, he played like he's been on campus for a month, and he was calling out plays before they were run. He told Kendall Briles on one play, he's like, I know the call, Coach Briles. You're not going to get that again. Just stuff like that. There was another play that I thought really stood out where actually the defense jumped off sides, which happened a little bit too often. But when they jumped off sides, the receivers ran a route, and even though it didn't count, and then Hakeem Dent went right up to him, Emmett Rice, and said, "Hey, did you see what they did right there? We got outside." He went outside. He's just that kind of I don't know. He's obviously got the athletic skills, but the intellectual skills to really that to me stood out a lot. Was how I don't know. He seemed like a coach on the field as an 18, 19-year-old freshman was really pretty eye-opening. And Tamorian Terry's still really good. They couldn't cover.
Good grief, they could not cover him at all. Probably the biggest sort of real takeaway, and there's a story up on warchant.com right now about it, is just the way they're going to have to configure this coaching staff now with David Kelly not getting that waiver to move to an off-field position. But the new guys here, though, Kendall Briles, like you mentioned, there's something about seeing a guy totally calm, at ease, knows what he's doing. Not to say that the guy before didn't, but just to see him up to the side, calling in plays, boom, next rep. They keep going. That's got to give you some comfort if you're a fan and if you're a player. And I thought the way Randy Clements taught, the hands-on aspect of it, they had squares painted out between these two pieces of grass they practice on, and he basically had the guys like, listen, I want you to take 2 steps back, and then I want to take 2 steps to the side, and just like knees to nuts, right? That was
knees to nuts. That's the hashtag for the. We can say that, right, Ira?
We can say that.
But yeah, he said that a lot. He must have said that 50 or 60 times, but that's a teaching point.
You see that the key, he's giving them keys, and they were picking up on it, and he seemed to be happy with the way they were coming along.
He really was teaching. Like every play, it wasn't just, okay, you need to block him, you need to get out there quicker. He was telling them where your hips should be, like get up on their hips, and actually proving what he was trying to do. Again, it's one practice in the spring. We don't know how it's going to take. It's still in the 11-on-11, didn't look great up front. Didn't look great. Still got some work to do. But
no pads though. It's tough to block.
And it's supposed to be that way, quite frankly, the first day. But overall, I thought the thing that stood out, again, not other than music, was the competitiveness of the DBs and the wide receivers. Now, the DBs got the better part of the day, except they couldn't cover 15. But man, they talked a lot. The DBs, Asante Samuel will talk after every play.
Buy all the stock you can on Asante Samuel.
Man, he is involved and engaged, and he's talking after every play. And he told James Blackman one time, which I thought was really funny. Blackman threw an incompletion. He's like, uh-oh, JB's gotten complacent. Hey, you're good. You got the job wrapped up. No reason to get, like, he's challenging the other guys, and I think you might say, well, you don't want your teammate to be like that, but that makes it, I think that does legitimately make everyone better when there's competition like that. And Levante Taylor looked good. I promise. He did.
Physically, he looked good. I don't know about his reps, though, but just two differing opinions. And there's another opinion you need to know about. That's Ira Schoffels. Check out his observations along with some more of Corey's. We'll tag along on Wake Up Warchant, rather, and give you some more of that information. But stay connected to warchant.com. More observations from Corey, Ira, and everybody else. Thanks for watching.